Ah. Mhm. Ooh, load times are so slow on this. Brilliant. Edna Masters. Let's have a laugh, shall we? Let's have a laugh. EA Sports in the game. Oh, load times, man. kazanacaksın. What's up? Abi. Well, covered. Getting boosted. Uh, on the green. Quality. Awesome. 3 stars on each one. And then you got feet. Ages. Let's win this PGA's War, Jimmy.
EA Sports and the Wolf Creek Golf Club so proudly present opening round coverage of the EA Sports Spring Invitational. Well, this is one of my favorite tournaments of the year. It's the EA Sports Spring Invitational and just a stunning golf course. It's Wolf Creek in Mesquite, Nevada. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. And Frank, we're in for quite a day.
We are. We're going to see the decision-making processes of some of the fine players out there today. And the reason why I say that, Rich, is because there's so much elevation here at Wolf Creek. So you're going to have to make those adjustments on the downhill and the uphill. Club selection decisions. And, of course, the one that does that the best is more than likely the one that's going to come out on top.
It's a 180-yard shot, his second.
In the direction of the sand.
Looks like it. Well, he'll have to get up and down from the bunker to save his par. So getting set for a greenside bunker shot. Frank, when I think of the great bunker players in the history of the sport, I think about Gary Player, Seve Ballesteros, whom you knew so well. What did they do that made them so effective on these greenside bunker shots?
They had an attitude for a start that was different. For them, it was, they saw possibilities. And they would imagine the amount of sand. Remember, because this is the only shot in golf where you don't have to hit the ball first. So they would really choose the amount of sand behind the ball, whether that was an inch or two. Aim the club at that and made sure they followed through. Well, that's a little absurd, that, Rich. That shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact.
Shot. Other question.
So Frank, out of the bunker and back into play.
Yeah, the late Bobby Jones used to say the hardest shot in golf's always the next one. Well, by getting the ball back in play, he just made that a little easier.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Just a couple of feet. That hole certainly got the best of him. Triple bogey. This is where the drama really starts to pick up. We'll drop you right there at the 15th hole. Has not been a banner day for our featured player, Frank, but it is only the first round.
You always got to try and get something out of your round, even if it's something to work on for tomorrow.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. Settles in over the putt. Well, not in contention, but in for par. Now to the 16th hole as we get set for the finishing stretch. And Frank, what's the best way to play this relatively short par 4?
Somehow you've got to straighten the hole up in your mind's eye, Rich. Just look all the way across that canyon and look like the hole was built straight, because really that's the way it should be played. If you start looking left and turning it into a dogleg, then all of a sudden bad things can happen. So look straight at the green. That's your line. Just try and bisect those two fairway bunkers.
Frank, they say you have to ride the wind. Boy, he got all of that one.
Got every ounce out of the conditions.
See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie.
birdie. Woo!
Beginning the long climb back, now to 3 over par. Good spot to be in, fresh off a birdie.
Yeah, all of a sudden you start to feel like you've got the game in hand. He's gone for a little extra.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time.
Whoa, that is long.
Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot.
Should be safely on deck.
Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle. Putt drops. Now at 1 over par.
Okay.
18th hole, and Frank, again, a good scoring opportunity. Short par 4.
Yeah, if you looked at the scorecard, you think you could drive this green, but one quick look at the trouble in front and to the right of the screen, and you realize that's probably not the prudent play. Really, something 230, 240 yards off the tee in that vicinity is going to leave you just a flick wedge into this green. It is a rather narrow green, but from that distance, you'd expect to hit it close.
Pass.
How about this, Frank? You don't see this too often. He's setting up to take a shot from the cart path.
Different sort of drive.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Frank's starting to make the move.
Leaderboard very volatile at the moment, so a lot of move in that middle piece of the leaderboard. Top 20 so far.
Second round coverage coming your way tomorrow. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. So long for now. EA Sports and the Wolf Creek Golf Club so proudly present second round coverage of the EA Sports Spring Invitational. Frank, here at the 6th, where are you looking to land the ball off the tee?
Got to be careful here for the longer hitters, Rich. Driver actually might be too much. That stream that we just saw at the par 5 fifth hole, it also comes across here. So something that lands short of that, which is in the vicinity of 280, 290 yards. That's the key. From there, you're not going to have too much more in, sort of 140, 150 yards in. It is a dog leg right, but find that fairway there. Second shot played just a fraction uphill. And this green, it's got more humps than hollows in it. It's to be expected, though. This course is absolutely crazy.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
And he's putting for par now. Drops for a par. Now on to the par 4 7th hole. Is this a reachable par 4, Frank?
Distance-wise, you would think so, but the designer has done something to avoid that, and that's put all this water in front of the green. It would take a mammoth tee shot, and that's something like 300 yards through the air if you're going to try and even drive this green. Is the risk worth it? Well, if you're just playing with your friends, maybe it is. Otherwise, you just lay it up, past those those bunkers on the right and the left, get it down there on the flat. A little pitch, you would think is simple, but because of the slope of this fairway, chances are you might not get a flat lie, and that's going to make that second shot that much harder.
Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he was thinking on that.
Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich. Really. This is that awkward length.
Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it's going to hurt the cause.
Did the job right there. Frank, the 8th here at Wolf Creek in Mesquite, Nevada is really the signature par 3, isn't it?
I'd go so far, Rich, to say this is a great par 3. Doesn't matter where it was played. The stream that sort of comes all the way down there and surrounds the left side of the screen makes this hole really daunting. Logic would say if you're going to miss...
Frank, not easy to keep your eye on the target when you just splash down.
Yeah, but on the flip side, too, one bad shot doesn't have to lead to two.
So hit the previous shot in the water, took a drop. This now the 3rd shot. Frank, a little chip shot here from the fringe. Now, a lot of options. I've seen some players hit 6-iron. Others will shut down like a sand wedge.
Yeah, there's two schools of thought. Some people just try and perfect like one club. But really, the best chippers chip with a variety of clubs.
And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Missed on that one, Frank.
Yeah, not a problem. Even par currently.
Frank, how do you explain what we saw here?
It's a mess. It's probably the easiest way to put it. This case of anything that could go wrong, not just probably, it did.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here. That was not an easy bunker shot. He made it look so easy.
Really good composure. That bunker was not going to mess up his plans here. And that's in for a par. Now the start of the back nine here at Wolf Creek Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada, or as I like to call it, Mind Blower Golf Club. Frank, everywhere you look, it's just a mind blower. I mean, this one is hard to believe.
This one is also a hard hole. 472 yards off the back tee. The fairway is a little wider than what it looks off the tee because that sort of desert ridge on the right side there, that blocks part of the fairway. So if you can imagine that fairway opens up a bit, then you'll be fine. A good tee shot down here, especially with that elevation there. That should shorten the hole up a little bit. 270 yards gets you past all those bunkers on the left side. They'll take those out of play. And once again, a little bit uphill, and you see the green, it shapes a little bit to the right. So make sure you're aware of where that flag is.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
He has this attempt for par. He's made it. Frank, another really rugged hole. This is the par 3 11th here at Wolf Creek.
Rich, remember that book, Dead Solid Perfect? This is what this hole's all about, because you must hit that tee shot solid. You've got to carry all the trouble in front of you. And remind yourself, too, there's enough green grass down there. Not necessarily green, but green grass around there. A good shot safely on the putting surface here, and this green's not too severe. But this is a fun par 3 just to look at, or even at least experience. Rich, that was some shot out of the rough. I really didn't think he could even get that on the green.
Well, just to get it on the green, as you say, I think is a big win. Well, you're not going to make that putt all the time, but you'd like to at least get it to the hole.
If he keeps putting like that, he's going to be an
Women
Frank, this has been an absolute mess today and all week long.
You said it best.
So that is the end of the second round. I can't wait to get back at it tomorrow, Frank.
We got a great leaderboard right now, Rich. So many players in contention. Golf course, there's enough blend of good and hard holes. Really, it's up for grabs.
One love. We got this.
EA Sports and the Wolf Creek Golf Club so proudly present third round coverage of the EA Sports Spring Invitational. Frank, standing on the 6th tee and looking out at this golf course, I can't help but think that if you hit it offline here, you're going to be playing golf with the Billy Goats.
Yeah, you might actually turn into a billy goat come the end of the day, that's for sure. The huge elevation changes, once again, are apparent here at the 6th. Tis a dogleg to the right, not really.
You went for the brief swim there, Frank. He's trying to stay dry now.
He is, just trying to avoid water on the brain as
Oh
well.
my days.
This will take a good swing.
Third shot now after the last one
Never.
found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for.
That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you
Hey,
come up
this is
short.
up.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
That was well done, and now a very short putt to get out of here with a bogey.
Well, it could be a lot worse, that's for sure. 5 minutes ago.
Oh my, terrible.
So not his best work. He'll walk away with a bogey. Well, everybody loves the short par 4, and here we have one, Frank, just 302 yards, the 7th hole.
And this hole is anything other than straightforward, Rich. Huge drop off at the front of the screen that is surrounded by water. So it's going to be a layup off the tee, really, to try and get
Oh,
the
you
right
hit me.
yardage.
Frank, we've all been there. You hit one in the water, you're down. How do you regroup?
You've got to start from scratch again. Everybody's going to hit bad shots. That's just the nature of the
Oh,
game.
hey.
But compounding mistakes, that's the problem that you want to avoid.
Now on to his third shot after the last one went into the water.
The lie pretty much dictated the result. Thick rough, tough to get that all the way to the green.
Trying to muscle it out of there, but you had to be Schwarzenegger to get that one done.
That's what it is.
Solid play, heart of the green. And getting ready for the putt. Just drip that in.
Well, it's 4 1/4 inches. Use it all.
Frank, the par 3/8 really is Wolf Creek in a nutshell. It's hard and it's really pretty.
It is, and it's really long too. Just under 250 yards off that back tee. Slight bit of elevation, but you can see from the tee, obviously, where you don't want to go and where you do go. If you're a little, well, tender of heart, then aim for the right side and avoid all that water down the left.
This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. So a tester from 4 feet. Been a little too much of that, Frank, just sort of ho-hum pars. Finishing up this front side here at the par 4 9th, 390 yards, and what are we looking at, Frank?
Well, it looks relatively straightforward, but it's anything other than that. Decision time again. Do you lay it up into that wide area of the fairway? If you're a longer hitter and you are out here to have a little bit of fun, then maybe you want to take the head cover off because you get a little bit of an advantage if you can drive it over that last bunker on that right side, or at least take that out of play, because you're only going to have a short pitch in here. Well, it's going to take a good one here considering what they've already gone through, Rich. Right now, that green is going to look very small, so it's going to take a good shot here to give himself an opportunity.
Some really poor play to this point. Good, clean contact, and a nice result, and a chance for birdie coming up.
It's no snack, though.
Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
In for par. Beginning the back 9 here at Wolf Creek Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada. Rich Lerner for EA Sports with my partner Frank Nobilo. Frank, tell us about the...
He's going for a little extra. Grab the fire extinguisher, put out the... That ball is on fire. It's melting going through the air.
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Early part of this back 9 and a good approach shot for birdie. This would be nice. Birdie on the card. See if he can make it. Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful roll. Little bounce in his step right now after that birdie, Frank.
You certainly should feel that way. That was some quality golf we've just seen.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Par yesterday, now for birdie. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Settles in over the putt. Has it. We're here at the downhill par 3 11th hole. Frank, it's 215 yards from the back tee.
This hole certainly is not for the faint of heart. When you look at that tee shot, you think, oh my God, what do I do from here? But remind yourself, it's 215 yards and really only about 160, 170 yards to green grass again. But it's 215 yards. That should be the club that you're trying to pick. Green's big enough, just persuade yourself that. Try not to look at the canyon and the desert. There is a green down there. The hole is playable.
That begins. Oh,
EA Sports and the Wolf Creek Golf Club so proudly present final round coverage of the EA Sports Spring Invitational. Start of the back nine here at Wolf Creek Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada. Rich Lerner for EA Sports with my partner Frank Nobilo. Frank, tell us about the 10th.
It looks intimidating off the back of this tee, Rich, and that's because the desert ridge on that right side, it sort of blocks your view and you don't see the right side of this fairway. Once you realize there's a lot more room to the right, then that tee shot becomes a little bit easier. Now also the angle of this green, you're going to see it sort of turn to the right there. So you've really got to be careful on where the flag is positioned on this green. If they put the flag back right, then obviously that's the hardest this hole's going to play. Flag sort of left of center, then this still could very much be a birdie hole.
Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? Wow, I thought he made that.
oh,
Not this time.
mate. What on earth?
Could use this. A putt for par. And Frank, you hear it so often. This is a game of dealing with your miscues.
That's the beauty of this game of golf. It giveth and it taketh away.
Oh.
Frank, this is just an embarrassing performance.
There's no crying in golf, Rich.
I
Frank, another really rugged hole. This
Oh,
is
these things
par
have
3
to suck
11th
up,
here at Wolf Creek.
Rich, remember that book, Dead Solid Perfect? This is what this hole's all about, because you must hit that tee shot solid. You've got to carry all the trouble in front of you. And remind yourself, too, there's enough green grass down there. Not necessarily green, but green grass around there. A good shot safely on the putting surface here. Well, this green's not too severe, but this is a fun par 3 just to look at, or even at least experience.
Frank, where has that been?
Yeah, thank God for small mercies.
Par 5, 12th, and Frank, another reminder that Wolf Creek can really be intimidating.
It can. Water down the left. They'll take a huge dent off your scorecard. A lot of fairway down the right. Somehow find that. This par 5 can be reachable in 2. There's still trouble to the right of this green if you get a little bit cavalier. This, without doubt, the longest green on the golf course. It's 55 yards from front to back.
And from the fairway for his second shot here. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. These putts keep the round together. Well, hello there. That's an eagle.
Eagle.
Happy language in the middle of the pack, but really celebrate that.
13th hole, and Frank, Wolf Creek is really kind of a macho golf course because you can stand on a tee like this and say, you know what? I'm going to take this one over the mountains.
And then, if you do, then you flip the coin. Is it in play or is it out of play? This is one hole. You just you realize you're in the middle of the desert, that's for sure. And one hole that you think, well, if I play this hole a couple of times, I might just get the hang of it. Surely not.
I actually made it.
Drivable
I actually
par
made that.
4, not for most in this field, but for this guy,
I can't believe I
yes,
made that.
he has just knocked it on. What a
So
shot.
good. I just get over the mountain. It's fine. Oh dear. Need this. Oh, that was well off.
Pretty good effort right there. Made par yesterday, this one for birdie. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Oh,
Just
good
time
start,
to forget
man.
that
Right
one.
finish.
You couldn't hit that much better.
Huh?
Did the job right there.
Car's good, man. Car's good.
14th hole here at Wolf Creek. Time to pull out the driver and as well the phone because you want to take some pictures here. What a spectacular view.
Stunning. You can see a whole panoramic sort of 360 degrees right around this golf course. Then when you flick back and actually look at the 14th hole, there's 6 bunkers, 3 really in play with the tee shot, as you can see, the other 3 just up by the green. Anything to the right of those is preferred, unless you want to be playing your second shot out of the canyon or the bunkers. Green should be fairly receptive, and 3 distinct portions, which is sort of a common trait here at Wolf Creek. That's sort of 3 different tier levels in that. But let's see, birdies are to be made at Wolf Creek, maybe even one here.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Solid play, heart of the green. And getting ready for the putt.
Look at that.
Has his par. Now to the par 3 15th hole here at Wolf Creek. Frank, this is the shortest hole on the course.
And their version of a postage stamp type hole, minus the bunkers on the right side. Green elevated, falls off as you can see down the left side. Club selection is vital, but it is such a short hole. It's very, very tempting, especially when that flag's on the left side, to still go at it. But you miss this green on the left, and you are going to be considerably lower than the level of this green.
Birdie try up next.
Right.
And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. And you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it.
Oh.
And with that par, moving into the top 25 on the leaderboard. From a short par 3 to a short par 4. Just 393 yards here at the 16th, Frank.
And when you stand on this tee, this hole looks anything other than straight. Goes to the left and comes back to the right. But if you can just fixate at the green in the distance, you're actually going to look like a relatively straight par 4. And that's the way the hole should be played. Look at those first 2 bunkers that you see and just try and split those. Good tee shot here and nothing more than a wedge left into this green.
Oh my days.
Simplify it. That's the key.
And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. Well, in the sand, but it has been raked nicely, looking for something positive. Good, clean contact, a nice result, and a chance for birdie coming up.
Really. This is an awkward length.
Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
Needs this for par. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
So 2 holes left to play. Now the final par 5 on the course, 562 yards, the 17th.
The drive looks relatively straightforward. And I say that because there's a little creek down there that obviously you have to stay short of. But that's the fun part. They want to keep you back in an area where you go, can I hit the second shot across the stream, across the water, and still keep it on the green? And the answer is, I don't know.
Frankie could make eagle right here with a really good approach shot.
Yeah, well within his reach, too. And, Rich, if we just sit back and relax here, I think we're going to see perhaps a very good look at eagle coming up.
Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Frank had the touch of a plumber right there.
Yeah, you'd like a redo, wouldn't you? Wake up, wake up.
Eddie. Go.
Well, the time is now to start making birdies, and there we go. 1 on the board, and suddenly inside the top 20.
Yeah, nothing to be ashamed of in that, but really, you've got to be aggressive from here on in. That is burning through the atmosphere. Look at that thing, it's got a tail on it.
That's like a rocket ship. That one was launched by NASA. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Shouldn't be a problem here. Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right
Oh
now.
my days.
Sadly, he's going to be
Oh
disappointed.
my days.
Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. So into the top 15 on the leaderboard with that birdie. A few more, and who knows, maybe top 10 or top 5. That'll put a wrap on our final round coverage for all of us at EA Sports. I'm Rich Lerner. We'll see you next time.
I think. I hit actually. Come on.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live first-round coverage of the Boston Championship.
I'm taking it, yo. Taking it.
This is where the drama really starts to pick
Oh,
up.
yeah.
We'll drop you right there at the 15th hole.
Oh, he's
Come on.
winding this one up. Does he have his power?
I missed a nice chase.
Game's about rhythm. When you have good rhythm, it just looks effortless. To hit the ball 300 yards through the air, that easy.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, this is a position where
Attack it,
the
we're gonna
player's
kill it, mate, we're gonna
absolutely
kill it.
licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That's good stuff right there. Wonderful approach, and now a really good look at birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
Yes. Good start. Good start.
That's a birdie to get to 1 under for the tournament.
Ready. 100. Tournament.
Frank, here at the 16th, you really see this sort of New England character, don't you?
Yeah, that stone wall now protects that sort of two-tiered green. And it sort of showcases the golf course. It just fits in beautifully with what Hans and Faxon have done to the golf course.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knocking him for a par, and let's forget about
that's
this one.
good.
Golf is not about perfect, but
Yes.
it's going to hurt the course.
Frank, that's a par.
Thanks, super ridiculous.
And onward we go.
I'll play online. Go back and start playing again.
Frank,
Good ways to
almost
feel
at
this
the
golf
house,
game.
but still some work to do. 412-yard par 4 17th.
Yeah, just poke something down that right side. Really, it's the second shot. You got to worry about that big mound in the middle of the green.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Should be safely on deck.
Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
This is a 13-footer. Frank, you know what gets me about this game? Here a person makes a legitimate effort, makes a good stroke, and that ball spins around and is just laughing at the player. And now what's left, you could breathe on that ball. It counts the same as a 300-yard drive. It's not right.
But it's the beauty of the game.
That is just a beautiful shot. This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but it is well on the cards.
Stop.
Well, that's the best that was going to be on the fringe.
Not too bad. Playing his third here at the par 5. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Settles in over the putt.
Ready?
Starting to move now, Frank, on this leaderboard.
Certainly going all in the positive direction. He's in the middle of the pack,
Biggest
now top
World
15.
Championship.
Don't forget, second round coverage coming your way tomorrow here on EA Sports for our entire crew. I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now.
Count, please. Count, coming up. Of course. I love stuff like that. Dude.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Boston Championship. So, coming off a birdie on the last hole. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Vijay Singh, Charlie Hoffman, and Big Henrik Stenson, they all have one thing in common. They all tied for the low tournament score at TPC Boston, 22 under.
And they're all good. Yeah, this is a golf course that obviously gives in to the longer hitters. And if there's just a little bit of sting taken out of the greens, then these long hitters have a huge advantage.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. That was not a very good read right there. Trying to move on with a par in his pocket. And with that par, moving into the top 25 on the leaderboard. Frankie, just love the variety of holes here at TPC Boston. Now we get to the 7th. It's a 600-yard par 5.
It looks straight away, but the problem is if you don't hit a good tee shot, then you really have to be aware of that cross bunker. That is one place you don't want to go with your second shot.
Can't ask for much more here at the 7th. He has hit a good one.
Well, it's going to take a good one here considering what they've already gone through, Rich. Right now, that green is going to look very small, so it's going to take a good shot here to give himself an opportunity.
Some really poor play to this point. Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Trying to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. This is an 11-foot putt. You get the sense now with that birdie that our young star, so explosive, is setting himself up for a big weekend run. You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
And he's made it onto the green now. Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Real golfers, by the way, do not eat tuna sandwiches at the turn. They eat a hot dog, right?
Well, yeah, but if you make a mess of 9, then you're making hamburgers.
Beautiful looking shot right here. Good contact, good result. It is a windy day out here, Frank. My hat just blew off. This is going to affect the players' shots, that's for sure. Frank, golf so often is a game of avoiding something. What do you want to stay away from here at the ninth?
You have to avoid that little pot bunker just short of this green. If the pin's at the back, it's fine. You can fly the ball into the middle of the green. But if the pin's on the front, just make sure you carry that little bunker.
We'll make birdie if he putt.
You'd like that one again.
Frank had the touch of a plumber right there.
Yeah, you'd like a redo, wouldn't you? Wake up, wake up!
And getting ready
Oh
for the
my
putt.
days. That's harder than
Good roll. Don't forget third round coverage coming your way tomorrow on EA Sports. For Frank Nobilo, I'm Rich Lerner, saying so long for now.
maximum level of light.
EA Sports
Oh,
and the PGA Tour
God.
proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Boston Championship.
That's
Ball's teed up at the par 4 13th.
And you want to keep that ball in the air as much as you can.
oh, there's one time. Let's go, lads.
Big tee shot, somewhere in that 300-yard mark.
40 feet per on top of 40.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Really good distance
with
control
that.
there, playing well to his strengths. 10-foot putt left.
That sort of background all the way along. It's not just a ball. Anyone else will do much.
We haven't seen a whole lot of that, Frank, but that has to feel good. Frank at the 14th down. Anytime you get a par 4 that is almost 500 yards, it gets your attention.
It does play downhill, though, so you don't have to smash away here. It's better if you can get something moving a little right to left. Then it will take the natural slope. You get a little more yardage out of it that way.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Now the second shot to the par 5. crucial eagle attempt on the way. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round.
Well, really,
Oh,
if there's something to
shot.
take out of this tournament, then it's that right there.
That is
Okay,
cool.
now be
Oh,
hard to come
yeah.
by.
Maybe he can
Yeah.
build on it. Settled over the ball here at the 15th, 421 yards on this par 4.
Uphill, you can see everything that you have to avoid. Find the green grass in between.
What a drive. Just tattooed that. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
And it makes the green in regulation. Par yesterday. Now for birdie. Ooh, almost fell. Just a few inches from dropping.
Sometimes the game just isn't fair.
Did the job right there. Frank, I don't think they've come up yet with an EA Sports Bass Fishing Challenge, and this wouldn't be the time to do it, would it? 16th hole.
We might see a few people fishing for their golf ball, though. Big mound in the middle of this green. You don't have to go directly at the flag when it's on the left. You can use that mound to kick the ball around.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time, that one gets him in the top 10.
Frank, 412 yards on the card doesn't look like a whole lot, but
He can play a little longer, because really you've got to play it down the right. Don't play it as a... Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power, though? Can a ball explode?
that is big. I mean, really big. Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. How about that shot? From that lie to get it that close, tremendous effort. This from about 10 feet. That is some good work right there. Birdie and one shot closer to the lead. Frank, the 18th here at TPC Boston, for whatever reason, generates quite a bit of buzz, doesn't it?
It does. The longer hitters, obviously, they lick their chops. They're having a chance to make this green in two. But if you find one of the fairway bunkers, the addition of that pot bunker for the layup, that just makes that decision that much more difficult.
He has just hammered this drive here at the 18th, and now he is in a really good position to make a birdie here on the final hole. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. One or two more like that, Frank. They're going to go from third all the way to the top.
And
You
no
go.
stopping.
Very good.
That wraps up the third round. Just one more to go before we crown our champion.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm looking at my crystal ball, Rich, but that champion that we see tomorrow might be the one just sitting at the leaderboard on top of it right now.
What's that? Recreation Awards. And Boston.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
Gary.
Today, it's live final round coverage of the Boston Championship. Frank, par 4 13, just swing away with that big stick with the driver?
Big advantage if you've got another 10 or 15 yards left in the bag here. If you can carry that left side, you certainly shorten this hole up.
Nice long tee shot there and a good lie, Frank. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
This for another birdie on this hole on the week. Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament. Back here at the par 4 14th, ready to tee off. This is a big dog leg to the left. 495-yard hole, Frank.
Yeah, don't try and hug that left side too much. There's a bunch of little mounds, and the chances of getting a good lie there, next to none.
Excellent lie, propped up on the short grass. Second from an excellent lie. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Didn't knock down the flagstick, but he still has a chance.
21 steps, or should I say feet?
21 feet from pay dirt. That may have been a bit too much to ask for there, that distance putt, Frank.
Yeah, it's fine to be greedy before you hit the putt, but after you've hit it, 2 from that distance is fine.
That's an important birdie right there, into the top 5 on this leaderboard.
Well, there's so much at stake this week, Rich.
All right, Frank, we're teed up at the 15th, and a lot to talk about with your caddy on this tee shot.
Yeah, which club, which line, series of bunkers down the left, that one short right doesn't really come into play. Another one, really, fairway first.
That's an absolute tracer right there. In the fairway and well over 320 yards. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy.
Ten.
Starting to put it together right now, Frank.
Join that trio at the top.
Moving on to 16 now. This is one where you sort of lick your chops, Frank, because it's pretty short, 161 yards. Where's the challenge here?
Where the fish go. That big lake on the left, that's the challenge.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. Moves into second place with that birdie. Frank, the 17th here at TPC Boston underwent quite a radical change.
Yeah, that renovation and that redesign that they did, it changed the character of the hole, but they still kept that big mound in the middle of the green. So that second shot is still punishing if you misjudge it.
And players nursing a lead, they might want to think about playing it safe down the right side, but if you're trying to make up some ground, you could try to fly the church pews that divide the fairway into two sections, and that would give you a nice short wedge in.
Yeah, give you a short wedge in, but really the risk, is it worth it?
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Well, that's not the way you wanted to start out the backside here.
Yeah, you can't afford from inside 10 feet. You feel like you have to make those, and I mean, they really sting when they miss.
No damage done. Made the par. Frank, the par 5 18th here at TPC Boston. This is a chance to be a hero.
Oh, there is. The mere mortals play it down the left side. Everything slopes from left to right. But that bunker, puff of breeze behind, if you can carry that, you are one of the longest hitters around. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Good tee shot right in the fairway and plenty long. This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but it is well on the cards.
Regarded as a very accurate player, that shot says it all. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Frank, that's the biggest roar I've heard all week long. That was an eagle roar.
For good reason, not just an eagle too. All of a sudden, back in contention.
Frank, we did see some good golf out there today, but others really struggled.
Yeah,
Oh,
any competitive
no,
player wants
it's-
to win. We don't doubt that, but you know, we know you're not going to win them all. So it's still important for every golfer to continue to gain experience, to actually get something out of each and every tournament they play in.
Oh, hold on. Try to be quick. That's the plan.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Players.
Ah, nice.
Looks good. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Did the job right there. Our featured golfer has made it to the 13th hole. Let's pick up the action right there. As we check in on this early round action, we join our featured golfer, already playing well to this point. A couple of low numbers on the scorecard.
Yeah, it looks very good. Good swings out there and some good putting as well.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. -1 for the day. All right, Frank, this one gets everybody's attention. The 14th, 481 yards, par 4.
He's gone for a little extra. Can a ball explode?
That is big. I mean, really big. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. This is a good-looking shot. Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie.
It's no snack, though. What a birdie. Now just a handful of players in contention.
If you're just joining us, we're at the 15th hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 449-yard par 4. Frank, what's in store here?
One of the prettiest tee shots on the golf course, Rich. Once again, you're coming out of a chute of trees, big bunker down the right side. Really, you want to hug that right side, though. It gives you a better entry into this green.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Frank, not just a player, but an artist. Just beautiful work right there.
The only thing I can say, Rich, is that was Seve-esque.
Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
This would give him the par. Frank, how does that par help his cause?
It certainly doesn't hurt it.
Frank, they gave us a great show today.
No, they certainly did. Course played well. You got what you deserved out there.
Some outstanding performances. And for our entire team, I'm Rich Lerner, saying so long for now.
Ross.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Players. Frank, what's the key on this approach here at the 15th?
Well, knowing exactly where that pin placement is, Rich, there's mounding, there's that little gut out of the right side of this green. If you miss your mark here, that ball can easily finish 30 or 40 feet away.
Shouldn't be a problem here. You get the sense now with that birdie that our young star, so explosive, is setting himself up for a big weekend run. Frank should be feeling good after that birdie.
Obviously knows that the game is now in good shape. Let's see if he can add to that. There's something about a well-hit shot.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut. I've seen some long tee shots, but it's the advantage to tee that ball up. Get it up there quickly, get the wind behind you. It's amazing how far you can hit it.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Settles in over the putt. So the Eagle goes begging. He still has this for birdie. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time, that one gets him in the top 10.
Frank, as a fan, it's so exciting because it's just so simple as well. Ball's in the air. You're wondering, where is it? Wet, dry, short, long, winner or loser?
And it's no surprise that this hole was an accident. This one was designed by not Pete Dye, but his wife Alice Dye. But we have seen so many accidents right here.
Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot.
Now, it's at sneaky distance.
So one shot closer to the lead with that birdie. People always talk about 17 being visually intimidating. Frank, what about 18?
If there's a little bit of wind off the right, the tee shot is so much easier. If that wind is coming off the water, not only do you see the water and the wooden bulkheads, you see all the rough and the trees on the right. And of course, then you start bringing 5, 6, 7, even 8 into play. That's what makes this tee shot so hard.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Now the approach shot here to 18, just one last good swing, Frank.
There's a little false front here that you have to avoid, so something that pitches over that right bunker that lands a good 10 or so yards on this green is certainly the desired goal.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Can't make it, Frank, if you don't hit it.
Hubert Green once said, 99% of putts left short don't go in. What happened to the other 1%? But
Frank not giving any ground.
you're starting to get the impression things are about to change, though. Third place.
There you have it, Frank. The second round is complete. What are your thoughts?
I think anybody looking at this leaderboard, anybody in the top 10 of that leaderboard is certainly in a good position to win. Quality of the golf there in that first 10 is excellent.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's third-round coverage of the Players.
It's fine.
This is going to be an interesting day. The wind is howling, or as they would say in Scotland, just a wee breeze. Frank, the second here at the fourth is a dangerous shot.
Once again, this is another example of where you have to look at the green. Where exactly is the flag? If it's on that high portion, you've got to fly it all the way back.
Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played. These putts keep the round together. That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
He needs this for par. He'll take par and move on. Frank, the golf course toughens up right here at the long par 4 fifth.
Yeah, when you play it off the back tee, 470 yards, it's nearly 320 yards to that last bunker down the left side. That really has to be in the back of your mind. The ideal tee shot, a little left to right.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Made par yesterday, this one for birdie. Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Good roll. Frank, you don't want to get too cute with that second shot here at the sixth.
I remember many a time, Rich, when they put the flag right of center. You try and hit it a little bit too close, those palm trees all of a sudden come into play. Hits one of those, that ball can go anywhere.
Now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours. Should be safely on deck.
About 25 feet from the cup. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just a couple of feet. Good putt. Frank, what do you think of the seventh?
Interesting par 4 for two reasons. The undulating green on the end of the hole that also shapes to the right, that makes it look like a dogleg right. But really, you want to play that tee shot just inside those pot bunkers down the right side. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. And safely on the fairway.
Once again, a good lie. That makes such a difference. Takes so many variables out of play. Well, it's going to take a good one here, considering what they've already gone through, Rich. Right now, that green is going to look very small, so it's going to take a good shot here to give himself an opportunity.
Some really poor play to this point. Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
And he's made it onto the